Hello and welcome to class. Today we'll be considering Module 4 in the course Fish Farming, and the topic is site selection, pond design, and pond construction. The contents we'll be looking at include site selection criteria, pond types, talking about the heating, adding the concrete, plastic, tarpaulin, cage culture. Then lastly, we'll be considering pond layout and drainage system. The success of a fish farming business or fish farm is determined by the foundation. Poor site selection or faulty pond design leads to 1. Low productivity, high maintenance cost, and total farm failure. So the goal of the module is to provide a practical knowledge for selecting a suitable site, choosing the right pond type, and designing an efficient layout for a sustainable and profitable operation. Moving to the 3 pillars of site selection. In order to select a site for fish farming, there are 3 important factors that need to be put in place. Number 1 is soil quality. Number 2 is water source. Number 3 is the topography. Talking about the soil quality, the ideal soil for fish farming is clay or loamy. At least there should be 20 to 30% clay content. And this is because clay it has excellent water retention. However, you need to avoid sandy or rocky soil because they cause seepage. Number 2 is a water source. There must be a reliable, clean, and available water all year round. That is for the cycle or the production cycle. Also, water can be sourced from boreholes, from streams, and from wells. And key parameters include a pH of 6.5 to 8.5, a temperature of 25 to 30 degrees Celsius, which is free from, and water free from pollutant. Then the 3rd pillar is the topography. Fish farming needs a gentle slope. That is where you need to site your pond. It has to have a gentle slope of about 1 to 2%. And the reason is because it allows for gravity feed, water flow, and drainage, reducing pumping cost. You have to avoid flood-prone areas and steep slope. Comparing pond types, there are different types of ponds. We have the heating pond, the concrete pond, tarpaulin, and the likes. So looking at the heating ponds, it is constructed by excavating soil, and it is the most traditional and the most common type of pond. From the pictures, just have to excavate soil from the ground. That is a ground containing water, and you can have a right. You can start fishing right away. The advantage is number 1, there is low cost of construction. Number 2, it supports natural food production and reduced feed costs. And number 3, there is a natural environment for the fish. However, the disadvantage includes it requires good clay soil. Also, it is prone to leakage and flood if poorly built. And lastly, harvesting can be difficult. So, For earthen pond, it is best for medium to large-scale farmers with suitable land and required knowledge about the construction. Comparing pond type number 2, we have the plastic pond and the concrete and the plastic ponds. The concrete ponds, they are built with cement, sand, gravels, and iron rod, a well-structured pond. And the pro is that it is durable, easy to clean and manage, and it is very great for hatcheries. Hatcheries is where eggs of fish are being hatched into smaller fishes. And the disadvantage is that it has a high cost of construction and water temperature can fluctuate. For the plastic ponds are made from durable plastics containers or tanks. And it is good for beginners, urban farmers, and those with limited space or resources. However, less natural feed are available compared to the hardened pond. Then, looking at the tarpaulin and the cages. Tarpaulin ponds are constructed using strong waterproof tarpaulin sheets supported by wooden or metallic frames. It is affordable, it is portable, it is quick to set up and good for beginners and dwellers in urban areas. However, it has a short lifespan, between 2 to 4 years. It can tear and also it requires frequent cleaning. For the cage culture, this involves growing fish in floating cages placed in natural water bodies such as rivers, lakes, or reservoirs. These cages are made of netting materials and allow water to flow through freely. It uses existing water bodies and it is scalable. However, there is high risk of theft and pollution. Also, it requires government permission. Principle of good pond layout. A good layout ensures efficient water flow and easy management. And the key components include the water inlet, the pond arrangement, the drainage outlet, the dikes and embankment, and also access road. The water inlet should be positioned at a high elevation for gravity flow. And concerning pond arrangement, it could be series or it could be parallel. For series, water flows from one to the next, and for parallel, each pond has independent inlet and or outlet. Drainage outlet, it is at the lowest point for complete drainage. Dikes and embankments, these are compacted soil walls. Plant grass to reduce erosion. If you plant grass, it helps to reduce erosion. Then access road is another key component for a good pond layout. So access road is for easy feeding, monitoring, and transport. Essential drainage system. You have the inlet structure. This lets clean water in and should have a screen or screen to block debris and predators. Also, the outlet structure. This lets water out of the pond. And this is having two categories, the monk outlet For housing pond, this one controls water level, and the pipe outlet for concrete or tarpaulin, it is used for quick water exchange. Overflow structure is another form of system in drainage. It helps prevent water from spilling over banks during heavy rain. Also, we have drainage channels. It carry used water away safely to avoid contamination. The purpose of drainage system is to control water level, to remove waste, and prevent stagnation or flooding. Pond type selection guide. Let's say if you have a scenario of a large clay-rich land and low budget, a heating pond is recommended because it has the lowest cost and utilizes natural resources. In case there is limited space for an urban area or you are a beginner, it is recommended that you have a tarpaulin pond. Reason because it is affordable, portable, and easy to manage. If there is a high control needed, if you need a high control, such as in archery, there is need for a concrete pond. And the reason is that it is durable, it is easy to clean and disinfect. And lastly, there is access to a large lake or reservoir. A cage culture could be a good option. And the reason is because no land excavation and you will be able to use natural water bodies. Key design consideration to design a pond, I have to consider this. Challenge one, seasonal water sources. A solution, let's say the stream dries up, you need to provide a solution by drilling a borehole as the primary source and use the stream for supplementary filling when available. Another situation is when you have a gentle slope on the property. The solution is to design the layout to take advantage of gravity for filling and draining ponds, placing the inlet at the highest point. So always design to overcome any site-specific challenge in order to have efficient production. In conclusion, a well-planned and constructed pond is not an expensive. It is a long-term investment in the productivity and profitability of your fish farm business. So invest time in site selection because it is the most critical step. Choose your pond type wisely. When you do this, you'll be able to balance cost, durability, and your specific goals. And in total, design for efficiency. A good pond layout and drainage system saves time and money for years to come. Thank you so much for listening. We'll meet in the next class.